I'm starting.
I
Damn it.
can see how figure my way. I don't remember the words to this song. Gonna be a bright,
Bright, bright
bright,
sunshine
gonna
today.
be I firmly am of the belief that what everyone needs to do from time to time is randomly put on What a Fool Believes and sing along with Michael McDonald right, exactly like Michael McDonald, using no words, only emotions. Because especially if you can do it with other people in the room, because you'll start off kind of laughing as one person really commits and you just hear them go, was it alive? And like, no one feels bad doing that. No one. Like, because honestly, because that's the thing. Whether you commit and no one else does, everyone's day gets better. Like, oh man.
Oh, dude. So I have a little camera news.
A little camera news.
So you remember?
So, dude, is it about a tiny GoPro or a Wii Olympus?
No.
No, okay.
No.
Different kind of little camera news.
Different kind of camera news. So remember last time we talked about camera news, the EP7, you saw it. It's the nice little retro Olympus doodad. Since then, Nikon has come out with their own retro doodad.
Oh, no.
Yeah, called the Nikon ZFC. So it's their mirrorless mount, but it's APS-C. But if you take a look at the photo, it looks like a classic like F2, like one of the old film cameras.
Yeah, because cameras used to look so much better.
Oh, yeah. So it's got all the retro dials on the top. Like you can change your ISO and like shutter speed. It fucking looks dope as fuck.
Fancy.
And of course it's already sold out.
Shocking.
The problem is it's APS-C, so there are no lenses for it. Like I don't understand why, but like everybody's so hyped up on full frame. Everyone's like, oh, well, we have APS-C too, but you don't make any lenses for it.
Okay, sure. Again, I ask the question, who the fuck are these cameras for?
I don't know.
Okay, that we can stop right there. Because what I don't want to do is sit here and speculate and give them some sort of easy out. Like,
Yeah.
genuinely, who the fuck are you marketing to? Is there such a huge list of people that are like, I don't know. Like, okay. Like that undoes easily 60 years of electronics. Like,
Yeah.
because my understanding was it's all about the accessories. Like, Best Buy don't make shit on the TV. They make shit on the cables.
Yeah. It's Apple Apple makes shit on the computer, but also on the dongles that they have to sell you because they don't have enough ports for you to use anything. So like Apple gets you both ways.
Right, but Apple's basically just selling you a gym membership with their warranty. Like, some people are really going to fucking use it, but most of us, we're just handing you money.
Yeah.
With the looming idea that we're going to break this.
Yeah. I think if this camera came out with an equivalent to a 35 millimeter lens and an equivalent to an 85 millimeter lens, I think it would be a good kit because you have like something you could go around on doing street stuff, something you could take nice portraits. They got the kit lens, so it does that, but like everybody wants everybody wants a cute little compact prime to stick on their thing. Like,
You want something extra. I want something extra. I want to know that there's more shit that I can buy.
Yeah. You need that.
I always want to be able to upgrade it. Like, that's the fucking secret.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have the money, and most people don't have Porsche money. They don't have Ferrari money.
No.
What they have is nice Civic money. What they have are Dodge Charger money. they got some cash or some nice shit. But I want to know that if I get fucking serious about it, strap a supercharger to that motherfucker. Hear that bitch whine. That's right. I want to be goddamn Dominic Toretto. Family, motherfucker. That's what I'm talking about.
This camera's for family. Oh my God.
This camera is marked F for fucking family.
Nikon has the F mount. F for family.
Goddamn right.
I love that Fast 9 came out when it did because the memes that have been popping up around it are glorious.
Right now, the greatest thing on the internet.
Yeah, even if you've never watched a Fast and Furious,
who cares?
Movie, these memes are gold. Fucking
Fuck
gold.
that. If you never watch a Fast movie, I have no use for you. Go watch a Fast movie or go walk off a short pier.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, I keep your ass away from me. I ain't got time for your, I don't get it. I don't get it.
And
It doesn't even seem all that fun. Like, God, please just walk away. I'm sure there's a corner of the world that will embrace you lovingly. Go find them. I'm telling you right now, you see this face? This is a face that loves the fucking Fast series.
They're so good.
I will not hesitate. Dude, I had the same problem. Okay, similar issue, right? I find myself senior year of high school. Jumping the Wayback Machine, kids. We're heading all the way back to the year of 2002.
Oh.
That's right. Yep, that's right. Fred Durst ruling the airwaves. Jenko jeans still a goddamn thing. Yep, rolling what? And what I found myself doing was talking to my English teacher, and many of us talking about a television show. And at the time, I don't remember what show we were talking about. May have been a movie, because we were also, a lot of us were in the same film appreciation course. And we mentioned watching this show.
Film appreciation course?
Oh, yeah.
That sounds dope as fuck.
Oh, it was fucking great. Like, the even better part, when I ended up asking this teacher out after I graduated, and I learned that she was dating my film appreciation teacher. Which was equally awkward and great when I walked back into school to go see everybody and to joke around, and I see the two of them and him look up at me and go, "So, you got something to say?" And I looked back at her and I was like, "You didn't answer me. You just kind of chuckled and walked away. Is that a no?" Just for curiosity's sake. And he looked at me and he goes, "I genuinely respect that." And I was like, okay. So anyway... So, I learned that my English teacher, the one that I openly hit on after I graduated, but knowing damn well I had no chance with, I wasn't delusional, I just thought it'd be funny. I learned she didn't own a television.
Oh, interesting.
That's not the word I'd use. The word I used was why. So, like, not for nothing, but like, this is not the time when streaming services were really, really well known or anything else like that. But like, the idea of you not having a giant TV, sure, totally get that. Totally get that. But the idea of someone who was big into classic literature and storytelling and everything else like that, and was very insistent upon that, I feel like could genuinely appreciate a good film. And the idea of them not owning a television, even, you know, a 13-inch, a 20-incher, and, you know, a DVD player, not even hooking up to the cable or whatever it is, but just be able to watch the news or whatnot. Randomly, New Year's Eve, be able to watch the ball drop when you bring it in on the antenna. I can't comprehend the idea of someone not having a television, Jamie.
I can.
This is not 1957.
No, I can't.
This is not 61.
I knew a few people who just never got a TV. Like, I knew a couple
Are
people
they
in
all
college that never got a TV. They did other
Right.
stuff.
Okay, wait, you said in college.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you're telling me is when you have an entire campus's worth of other things to be able to do, sure.
Well, no. I
This
mean,
person-
like I knew people in college who never got a TV, and then when they graduated, they never. It wasn't something that they looked forward to, so they never bothered getting them afterwards.
Do you hang out with these people?
I do not.
What? You mean that someone who doesn't own a television, do you have any friends who are openly like, I don't own a TV? Not passive about it. Not a financial thing. Because at this point now, by the way, TVs are so fucking cheap.
Yeah.
The idea of you not owning one seems just comical. You're doing this because you're one of those fucking people.
I can see it because like so much of my life is about like media and like consumption and stuff and like watching these things and being influenced by all that stuff. But like I could conceive of people who don't do any of that, who like live on a farm or like work till the fields and shit. Like a radio maybe or like a computer, but like I don't
right, but
TV
when they're done,
right,
and the boots come off and they sit down for a dinner and they get done and they're unwinding, there's a better than average chance that they're watching something. Whether it's on a laptop or a tablet or whatever it is,
right,
they're watching something. So the idea that you don't have a TV doesn't sit well with me in the same vein as you not watching. The movies have been around for 20 years.
The pictures. The pictures.
The films.
The films
have been around for 20 years. And the idea that you hadn't seen a one, had no interest in seeing one, and belligerently are like, I don't need that. Fine, but genuinely, please take your fedora, and whatever other fucking awful thing you're drinking and go the fuck over there. Because we have no common ground.
Yeah.
We don't. I can tell you right now, I am liberal as fuck, and we have very little common ground because I am of the firm belief that you don't understand what it's like to enjoy things. Like, because if you haven't watched a fast film, that tells me you don't know what it's like to just go do something fun for fun's sake.
Yeah. There are
like you've never done anything just stupid for the thrill of it. The little butterflies in your tummy, they don't exist for you. And I want no part. You're going to infect me is what you're going to do. You patient zero, having fucking no fun, having ass.
No fun.
You're going to infect me with your sadness. Yeah, you're going to infect me with your sadness.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, I'm going to be like, well, I mean, I guess they were kind of poorly written. And then all the fucking wheels come off.
Yeah, I could see a couple of like there are some climbers that I could see not owning a TV, but they for sure own a smartphone, and they for sure own a MacBook of some kind.
And that's the thing. The idea of not owning a TV now because you didn't see the point of it because you watch everything on your laptop.
Yeah,
cool,
for sure.
I get that now.
Yeah,
Jamie, we're talking about hitting the Wayback Machine when TRL was ruling the airwaves, and the idea of you not having a television, it felt in that sweet spot of you just being a little belligerent. Because by the way, she was 24.
Well, we didn't have cable. It wasn't so like. I didn't know any of
I get
shit,
that,
like
but
MTV
you watched
stuff.
shit.
Yeah, we watched.
Right.
Yeah, we did watch a lot of stuff.
You watched a lot of shit. Even if you didn't have a whole lot of money and you went to the library to go rent videos, you still watched shit. You knew about it. You had that.
So what attracted
it was a comfort.
So what attracted her to you?
Because she was great looking. Like, what do you want me to do? I was 18. She was 24. Come the fuck on. Like, I don't have to pretend about any of that. Like, due respect, I won't use her name or anything like that. But like, anyone I went to school with, I utter that name, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, no, I get that. I totally get that."
Oh man.
But yeah, like,
I don't know. I mean, I have met a handful of people over the years who've never watched anything. But I don't.
And I feel like they're missing a big part of society. It's great to read and to and to enjoy books of all different types and what have you. But also, there's part of culture that is delivered via television, via TV shows or movies that genuinely affect people in positive and negative ways. And the idea of you shutting yourself off from an entire medium because you decide that, like, feels like you just being a belligerent dick.
What was she like that? Like, I don't own a TV and I don't see the point, or like, I don't know the TV and you're rotting your fucking brain, you asshole.
Kind of, a little bit. And like, I remember looking at her and putting the book down and go, I don't read anymore. And just, cause I'm just gonna be that asshole of like, if you get to completely throw a medium out, so do I. Like, I just get to close my doors and just, this is for menus and instruction manuals only. That's it.
If she said, if she, instead of like being belligerent about it, said like, oh no, I don't have a TV. I do other stuff. It never interested me really, but like, I don't know. I'm not opposed to it.
She kind of backpedaled, but she definitely never used the opposed thing to my memory. Okay. But I remember asking, if we bought you one, would you use it? And she said no.
Oh, see, yeah, I don't know. If
there's a financial obligation of like, hey, I don't see the point in spending the money for that. Sure.
Yeah.
But the idea of, hey, I've got this free box and it brings you delightful entertainment. And you're like, what? The boob tube? Well, no, that's just for Hee Haw episodes.
Yeah,
Idiots and Smothers Brothers are. Yeah, like
fucking Smothers Brothers. Jesus Christ.
Jamie, I know what the kids are into.
The fact that I know that, and the fact that I know about the yo-yo bullshit, makes me very sad, because I do not consider that valuable time for my brain to have space for. Like, I don't know. I could have like Godzilla stats in there, and instead I know who the Smothers Brothers are.
Look, here's what I'm getting at. The Smothers Brothers aside, if you don't own a TV, I don't trust you. If you haven't seen the Fast series, at least one of them, I definitely don't trust you. Like, just as an inherent thing, know this. We can work together, we can hang out, we can have a beer. Fuck, I can marry into your family. But I'm telling you right now, inherently, there will be a lack of trust there. That I'm relatively convinced in a zombie apocalypse, I'm cutting your tendons and pushing you into a crowd. You are going to just slow down. Please know, I got a pocket knife. Don't stand in front of me. I'll cut that Achilles without fucking thinking about it. Won't lose a wink of sleep. And you know what you'll hear as I'm running away? And you're going, I can't walk. I'll go, it's for family. And I'll run away.
You'll be like, you're not really family. Fuck you. Brandon Chalmers, tell the people what they're exposing themselves to.
Welcome, one and all. For before you stand two friends, seated, weirdly enough, bringing you what some may call entertainment, and others may call a pinnacle point in our timeline. We just happen to call it the fucking Duocast part. Not just the smallest part, but an integral part of the Hard Knock Media Podcasting Network. Now, I know what you're thinking, Jamie Noguchi. What does NOC mean? It means Nerds of Color. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean me, but it definitely means Jamie Noguchi. It definitely means many of the other members of the Hard Knock Media Podcast family. It definitely means that they are kind enough to grandfather me in, because apparently I'm not terrible, which is yet to be determined in all fairness and also in a court of law. Now, Jamie Noguchi, we find ourselves once again, we are post our Fast 9 glow. We are in our refractory period, if you will. We are laying upon the sheets of cinema. glowing after our experience and the afterglow in our refractory period. We're debating, boy, I wonder if I could watch that again. And I know what you're thinking, and yes, you could, but first you need a sandwich, you need to hydrate with electrolytes, and you need, and I do mean need, to listen to the fucking Do-It-Cast. And that's why we're here right now, Jamie, to put that good love in your ears, because we've explored every other option, and your ears are the only thing that's left.
Oh, man. Oh man, the funniest thing about that entire intro is that on the video feed, it's so out of sync. So like, I don't know how to fix it. Someone out there tell me how to fucking fix this OBS bullshit.
We have to stop using Discord. I think we have to stop using Discord. Is what it's going to come down.
That's probably we might have to go back to fucking. What
recording our own or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Was it Zoom?
Zoom?
I think it was Zoom.
I think
it was Zoom.
We were doing Zoom. We might have to go back to Zoom. Who fucking knows? But that was glorious. Were doing Zoom. That was glorious. Fucking glorious.
Yeah, the important thing, kids, is until we happen to get the video thing figured out, my suggestion to you is put us on, minimize the window, and just listen to the podcast like you would any other time.
Yeah.
I'm not sharing any part of my office or anything else like that today.
Yeah.
So other than our random pauses and this ugly mug, you ain't missing anything. So what you need to do, scratch that. Jamie, I got a better idea. Minimize us, okay? Bring up another window. Type in Jamie Noguchi. Do that image search and just start scrolling and bathe in the shit that we're all here for.
Oh, man.
That loving, delightful face where he's just full of everything. You know what else you could do? Fuck it. You could put on old art fight matches and just turn the volume down, because I can tell you right now, I'm way fucking funnier than Marty and Ross. So you're not missing anything on the commentary.
Yeah.
So just put that on and watch Jamie kick somebody's ass on the canvas while you listen to us. Then it's kind of the best of both worlds. You get to see Jamie, you get to see that sweet ass of his, he gets to turn back and meme mug the camera from time to time, and then every so often, when you get done, the podcast will be just about over. Actually, we'll probably be just about in the intro. If you sync it next time, because we're usually about 25 minutes, by the time we're done and everything, you get to see me raising Jamie's hand in victory, and then we hit the bumper through the...
You ain't lying. All right, Brandon.
Oh, Jamie Noguchi.
This is it's going to be a catch-up episode, so it's just like what we're geeking on. Because it's been a while. Like last week was all about the movie. So what have you been geeking on since?
Let's see. So been watching a lot of the Amazon show Bosch.
Oh, okay.
I've been tearing back through that. Another generic ass cop drama, but with an enjoyable cast. Quite a few people from The Wire. Lance Reddick is in it, which is always enjoyable.
10 out
that
of
guy's
10.
voice I could spread on fucking toast.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely enjoyable.
Commander Zavala
let's see.
from the Vanguard. Destiny.
Exactly. Yes. Been playing a lot of drums lately. Been trying to get back into that a lot more. Randomly did an IKEA trip. I've switched to an IKEA stool that lets me lean into my work a little bit that I happened to find on that clearance rack. So that's been good. Just a lot of like work and family whatnots and everything else like that. And just, it seems like it hasn't stopped, man. Like I'm pulling the curtain back a little bit. You boys tired. Like haven't really felt like I've been getting a whole lot of break, but I have been doing a lot of spending time with friends, which has been nice. I've been spending a lot of time with some newer friends for me that are Nicole's good friends for some time. Watched, oh my God. So there was a Nick Cage movie that came out relatively recently. I think it actually came out maybe back in March, but it's now just hit Amazon Prime. That is, I think it's Willy's Wonderland. It's the one where Nick Cage fights all the animatronic things. So, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
So
I need to find that.
It's super good. So we went into it with the theory of they're all super into horror films. I'm not so much, but I'll gladly watch it. This looked ridiculous enough that I was in. The premise being Nick Cage's car gets broken somehow. Now I'm just going through the the trailer, so I'm not going to give any plot points away or anything else like that. Nick Cage's car is broken somehow. He gets towed to this small podunk town. There's a guy who has the worst spear gum looking mustache on, who basically looks at him and he goes, "Well, son, if you clean Willy's Wonderland, I'll fix your car for free. What do you say, huh?" And Nick Cage, without delivering any lines, looks at him like over top of his sunglasses, shakes his hand, puts on a Willy's Wonderland t-shirt, and starts cleaning what looks like a defunct Chuck E. Cheese that hasn't had anyone there since, I'd argue, 91. What ends up happening afterward is the animatronics come to life. They start to hunt him. What you learn very quickly, and I'm not giving this line away because it was said out loud, is they're not stuck in here, or he's not stuck in here with them. They're stuck in here with him.
Yes.
He's a fucking Rorschach character.
Yeah.
Jamie, I'm not giving anything away when I say Nick Cage doesn't use words. No lines.
Wow.
Yells, grunts, emotions.
Nice.
That's it.
That's crazy.
And he is fucking great. And this movie is bananas. And you absolutely need to watch this silly bullshit. Is it well written? No. Is it necessarily well acted? Only by Nick Cage. And honestly, I'd argue only in the scenes where he's playing pinball, of all things. Like, weird pull, but I promise you start to watch it and you'll be like, no, I get what Brandon's talking about. That makes total fucking sense. Should highly recommend. If you are someone who likes to partake in a beverage or two, call a few friends and start drinking through this thing because it's just going to get better with time. I'm telling you right now, 10 out of 10 would watch again.
Oh, man, that sounds awesome.
Yes, so can highly recommend. So those are the things I've been geeking out about, is working too much, trying to get back into music again, and watching Nick Cage be the most Nick Cage I can Nick Cage.
That sounds awesome.
Remember when he was in Face Off?
Yes.
And he like stared at, I think it's Gina Gershon or whatever it is like, I can eat a peach for hours. And then he gave her that look that you're like, oh, fuck, that's uncomfortable. That energy for like an hour and a half of just all emotions, all body language. Like, I watch him throw like a hip thrust into a pinball machine and really just start loving his life. Like, also, I think he's like, I think he's like the definition of like chaotic good. Where like, man's got principles. So like literally when the guy's telling Nick Cage before he gets in there, he's like, hey, remember, pace yourself, take breaks. Sure enough, the action just stops for pinball.
That sounds awesome. Oh my God.
It's so good. But yeah, for the time being, it is on Amazon Prime. So if you have a Prime subscription, it is totally free to watch.
Nice.
Can highly recommend. You should put it on. I don't necessarily know if it'll be good background shit, but I think it may actually be, because you'll just kind of, you'll hear some dumb shit and you'll be like, oh, that's tropey as fuck. And then you'll be like, whoa, wow, all right, that was neat. So you might be all right with that one, but can highly recommend you definitely watch.
That's cool.
Jamie Noguchi, what have you been geeking on, my dude?
I got a butterfly knife. It's a fake practice butterfly knife. I've always wanted one. I've never so I got one.
Okay. By the way, kids, if you ever wanted to understand what it's like to be an adult, this is it. If you have children, I want you to show them this part of the video where we talk about Nick Cage. And then Jamie, a man who runs his own business, who has a child and a wife, who I adore all of them, also was like, you know what I need on a Thursday? Fucking butterfly knife. I want to learn how to scare people in an 80s music video.
I've always wanted
What I
one.
want to be able to do is stare somebody down, squint my eyes, and go, "You want to go? Huh? Huh? You want to go?" And flip that thing around and make awful noises, and yeah.
They're cool as shit.
The problem with the butterfly, right? But the problem with the butterfly knife is the only times I've seen it used in pop culture, it always feels like a fucking awful stereotype.
Oh yeah. Oh for sure. There's
Okay.
there's the Batwoman show on the CW, and one of the lead antagonists, her weapon of choice is a butterfly knife, and I was like, I kind of want one. I've been watching this show way too much. It's not great, but it's
Okay.
there. And she uses the butterfly
No,
knife.
that would explain a lot.
Yeah. So she
Okay.
uses one, and I'm like, I've always wanted one. And I remember growing up being around them all the time because I went to karate camp. Karate camp, there was always an auction. At the auction, one of the items was always a butterfly knife. There was always butterfly knives at the auction. I've seen them in the shop. I was always afraid of them because I didn't know how to use them. And I was always worried that flipping it out, if I did it wrong, I was going to cut myself. I should have just got one back in those days because those things weren't really sharp. They had an edge to them, but
No,
not
really. No, I had one. It wasn't dangerous.
Yeah. But when I started looking into this, there's apparently a whole flipping community around the Balisong. So there are these teenage kids.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on. We're talking about as in the knife being a butterfly flip knife.
Yeah.
Not you suddenly deciding to stifle yourself and not say the word fucking community. It's an actual flipping community, correct?
It's a flipping community. They
Okay.
They have they do fucking tricks with this shit, flipping it around and juggling and yo-yo, expert yo-yo people. It's like that kind of thing. They have special ways to flip it around. So
Right.
I'm learning the basic openings, but then there's different types of openings and flips and wrist passes and
I see.
flips and shit like that.
This is basically yo-yo for kids who your parents said to stay away from.
Yeah.
is essentially what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because this feels like a community of the people who get real good at it are the last people you'd be worried about with a knife. A lot of just
Kinda.
a lot of fucking doughy guys named Glenn where you're like, yeah, I'm not worried about this. I think if I kick you in the shin, I can outrun you pretty sure.
Well, yeah, and it's fascinating to just see how dexterous all these kids are with these things. And it's kids. There's no one my age in this community, which is fine because that's fine. I don't care. It's fucking fun. I wish I had this shit all this time. So I don't know. I don't know why I never got
Jamie,
one. I decided I needed it.
Okay. But here's my concern right now, because you've brought something very apparent to me, which is there's no one your age in this community because literally they play with knives. I think you need to edit this out. They're coming for you, Jamie. You can't be of a certain age. Full on fucking Peter Pan rules, my dude. They're gonna stab you and leave you with that training knife.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're just last thing you're gonna hear. Last thing you're gonna hear is that clicking noise, that clicking noise, and just you hear them just go, "Luke, too close to the sun, there, friend. Too close to the sun."
Well, yeah,
and then just couple of them right in the side, and then you're gonna. The cool part is they're gonna do a no-hander, no look toss to the other hand, where it's gonna
crawl up their
triple
arm
Lindy
and,
itself back in and open.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. And then you're gonna see them weirdly enough do the same thing. Just do the walk the dog. You're gonna be really confused how it comes back to them. Then you're gonna get 3 or 4 more hits on the other side, and they're just gonna leave you.
Yeah.
And the last thing you're gonna utter is, "That was fucking cool. Fucking cool.
It was totally rad, you guys. Oh fuck.
You guys fucking rock."
Yeah, because of course all the ones who are doing tutorials on YouTube, they are using the live blades because they're experts at this point, and they don't have any cuts or anything. It's amazing. 12-year-old kid with a fucking live blade flipping it around like it's a fucking yo-yo, catching it, and I'm just like, I would cut off all of my fingers if I had one of those, the live ones. It's like, I've
You
played with
know, I
nunchaku
gotta-
before. I've hit myself in the nuts. That shit hurts. Like, I'm glad it didn't have a blade on
it's
it.
probably good that kids from my generation didn't have YouTube, because a lot of us were left home alone. A lot. Your boy included. And if I could have gotten somehow low-key famous doing something like that by putting my videos on the internet, holy shit. Something bad would have happened to me. Most likely, what I would have been was one of those awful, like, video compilation memes or whatever it is, where it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
the heavyset kid with like the two swords, where he's like chopping down water bottles. He's like, "I'm sorry, my master, I have to do this," and then is like fucking cutting shit down and knocking over trash cans and embarrassing myself and all sorts of shit like that. Yeah,
Oh, I love it. Love it.
100%. That is 13-year-old me to a goddamn T.
Yeah. Man. So yeah, I've been messing with this stupid thing. And then the other thing is, I have been to the pool nearly every fucking day. And it's, I didn't grow up with the pool. There was a pool down the street, but you know, I would go for lessons on the weekend. But I've been to the pool every fucking day almost.
Yeah.
And it's weird because it's, I don't know, it's new to me. I've never gone to the community pool, so that's kind of weird. But today, Hazel actually swam without her floaties, without anyone holding her up. She did a couple of breaststrokes underneath the water, and then she did like a doggy paddle, and not touching the ground. And it was like, I don't care about anything else. I don't care about anything else. Like, all I want to do is hang out at the pool now and watch Hazel get stronger and stronger and more brave and like dunking her head in the water. Like when we started this journey, she was afraid of putting her face in the water. And now she's like, fuck it, daddy. And puts the goggles on, slams her face like she's fishing for something, comes back out and says, do it again. Bang. Bang.
Nice.
So yeah, I mean,
I remember having a similar-ish feeling when I would train all the little kids on how to do this.
yeah.
And getting them trust that they can do what's called a bob, where you basically like pencil yourself off and then just kind of dunk your head under and then spring your legs up and shoot your head out of the water. One, getting a kid to trust that they can put themselves back out of the water and be okay. And two, if for some reason things get out of hand, that there's someone there to catch them and things are going to be okay.
Yeah.
Fucking game changer. And watching that confidence grow in them, one of my favorite things from my youth of doing swim lessons was getting those kids to start building that confidence.
Yeah.
Because eventually they start to become monsters in the water. Because they're just like, well, I want to go and I want you to throw me. Well, I'm a little too far away and I'm not coming to get you. Well, I guess I just got to learn how to come and get you. And the next thing you know, I'm like throwing one kid away as they're starting to swim back. And I got my eye on the one who's a bad swimmer because they are fucking doggy paddling their shit because they want it so bad. And then I got to basically like arms reach the one, grab the one that's a poor swimmer, like up under the feet, just go, count of three, jump, 1, 2, 3, jump, and then like toss them back away and get them like close enough to the edge of the pool that they can make the decision of, are they making their way back to me?
Yeah.
Or are they making their way to the wall? Yeah. God, but
Yeah.
seeing that confidence grow was one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And it happened while we were playing Marco Polo. Like, she was trying to get away from me and she was like, fuck this walking, and then dove under.
Nice.
And I was like, yes, yes.
Right, but you're cheating, so you have to remember not to show it.
Yeah. But it was great. Like we didn't see her first steps. That happened at daycare. That's fine. Whatever. But to be there and to see that happen and just like the light click and she was like, well, fuck, why is this such a big deal? That was great. That was great. And now like, I don't want to do anything else and I have to, because I'm way behind on my book and I need to draw the book, but I'm just like, we could just hang out at the pool all day.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Like, that makes me so happy.
Yeah. So
That's super good, man.
yeah, I mean, that's it.
No, that's all we need. That's a feel-good story. I'm here for it.
Yeah. So yeah, we're keeping it short just because everybody, it's the summer for everybody, but like, Brandon has he has to wake up at the ass crack of dawn, and I don't want to keep him up too late.
Yeah, yeah, I was gonna say. Currently, right now it's 8:44. Your boy has to be up for work at 4:30.
Yeah,
so,
that's crazy because I go to sleep at 4.
If you're mad about getting the podcast, right? Feel free to text me good night, Jamie. I'll be up. But GG,
GG, bitch.
Yeah. But yeah, so I apologize, kids, but real life finds a way. So anyway.
Brandon, where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at that guy Chalmers. Jamie Noguchi, where can they find you?
At the fucking pool. And on Instagram, Jamie Noguchi, YouTube, wherever you see this, Twitter, Angry Zen Master, all that kind of good stuff. And we'll see you later.